Hi, it's Brett with Kvell Fitness and Nutrition, and today I am here with Molly. Molly, welcome to the presentation here. We're talking to all these people out here. And so tell us a little bit about, how you got started, and tell us, you were doing some stuff before, so take me through what happened before you joined Kvell and why you joined Kvell.
Okay, so I used to work out on my own, basically 5 days a week. I would lift weights on my own 2 days a week, and then I would go walking early in the morning, hiking, whatever was available, but roughly 3.5 miles.
Okay, got it.
A day. So that was my routine, which I felt was a pretty good.
Which it is.
Yep. Combination.
Yep. Okay, and then you had a friend that was coming here, right?
I did. I have a very good friend who comes here, Laura, and she and I went for a hike one morning after her Kvell workout.
Okay.
And we were talking about the fact that she had just been here, and on my walks, I used to come by here in the mornings and see people working out. So it was like I already had this familiarity and knew people. I'd see people in here that I knew, and anyway, so Laura invited me to come. On one of those Bring Friend weeks. Okay,
and then you started with the 21 days for $1, or did you start right into a challenge?
I went right from there into the challenge.
Boom. Okay.
Yeah. So she was in a challenge, and she invited me to. It was one of the team challenges.
Okay, cool.
So she invited me to be part of that.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So you jumped right in, and the challenge, for people who don't know, is where you get the nutrition component, and then you got the fitness side as well. And then what have you found? I know you were working out a lot before, and one of your things was like, well, I want to figure out if this is what I should be doing, if there's a better way to do it. And what did you find, when you started, what was kind of the end result of starting to train with us versus what you were doing before?
Well, just immediately, I was just getting more bang for my buck, so to speak, because in 45 minutes of working out, including the warm up and the rolling out and all of that stuff, I mean, I could feel my metabolism kick in. I could feel the fire that I wasn't getting from what I was doing before, because I just wasn't working hard enough in a short enough period of time.
Yep.
So to me, that gave me instant feedback that this was a better combination, and just combining the conditioning with the weight training, resistance training together was a lot better than doing it one day walking, one day weight training, one day walking. I like the combination.
Yeah, so when you look at that and you say, okay, well, I was working out for about an hour, and then I was walking, 2.5 hours, something like that?
About an hour and a half. Yeah, it was only three.
But so total hours invested, you're looking at like 2 to 2.5 hours.
Right.
Versus a 45-minute chunk to just get it all knocked out.
Right.
Yeah. And now, you can still go walking and hiking and all that, but now that's just an added benefit. Kind of on top.
Right.
And what have you noticed? You noticed like strength improvements, cardio improvements, weight loss? What kind of results have you seen?
I feel I'm more toned up, but the weight loss hasn't been a big thing for me. I always fluctuate 2, 3, 4 pounds.
Okay, so the normal fluctuation.
Yeah. So that hasn't been as big of a deal, but I certainly have noticed a difference in the way my clothes fit.
Oh, great.
The way I feel. So I'm more toned up. I mean, way about the same, but
you got some muscle on you there. Yeah.
I'm definitely toning up.
So. Okay, great. And that's, I think, what some people don't realize is, or they just forget about, is like the scale number may not be moving, and that doesn't sound like it's a goal for you, but their clothes are fitting better. But they're like, well, the scale's not moving. Well, but you're losing all this fat. You're healthier, your body's looks better, you feel better, all that type of stuff. Right. Well, what would you say, you've been working out, sounds like most of your life, right? I mean, you've been doing something most of your life.
Pretty fit, pretty active. I like to hike and backpack and kayak and do that.
So what would you recommend, what's the one piece of advice for people who maybe struggle with staying kind of constantly active like you? What's the one piece of advice you'd give them?
Well, I just think making a regimen of working out part of your routine, part of your life. And what I love about Kvell, honestly, is that there's no reason you can't do it because of the schedule, the timing. 45 minutes. Who doesn't have 45 minutes?
Yep.
And any time of the day. So my schedule changes all the time, and I can always find a class that I can get into.
Yeah, and you squeeze it in, right?
There's no reason not to do it. And it just makes you, I feel, it just gives me a stronger baseline to enjoy the activities that I like to enjoy.
Yep. Yep. So then you can go out and do them. You don't have to worry as much about getting injured. You don't have to worry about being out of shape. You don't have to worry about falling behind. And that's really our goal. We want to make sure that like we get your base level so that you can go do all those things for fun.
Right.
They're not fun.
Right.
And then let's talk about, so we're big on, coaching and making sure people are doing things correctly and the right weights and the right levels. What's been your experience there?
Oh yeah, that. I mean, when I was working out on my own, I mean, you can watch videos and have somebody kind of show you once what this machine does this and etc.
Yeah.
But for me, a real benefit is first of all, you see the videos and you do a wonderful job.
No, thanks.
Training.
No.
What we're supposed to be doing, but then the trainers come around and I mean, they literally just the slight tap on your back, like as you're doing something, or just making me aware that my back is arching and it shouldn't be, and it just that slight correction, and I can instantly feel the difference between what I was doing and what I should have been doing. So just knowing that I'm getting the most out of what it is I'm trying to do by doing it correctly.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the biggest things with people who work out at home or work out on their own is you watching somebody else and then doing it yourself is not the same as somebody watching you and correcting you. And that's, I think, what the value of coaching is.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so we do the 21 days for $1 still, and we got another challenge coming up as well. But what would you say to somebody who hasn't tried this out before?
I would say you could be my friend.
That's right.
I will bring you.
That's right. That's right.
And so come for Bring a Friend week, or do the 3 weeks for
Buck.
21 days for $1, which gets you through the whole routine. First week, second week, third week, which is different levels of intensity. And then do a challenge. I really think doing a challenge is a good way to really jump in and combine the nutrition part with what you're doing, so that you're not counteracting what you're doing physically with the food that you're putting into your body.
Right, which a lot of people do. Okay, great. Well, I appreciate it. I'm sure people got a lot of help from that. And again, it's about the regimen and making sure that you have something that you're doing on a consistent basis, right? I mean, that's really it. Consistency is the key. I appreciate it. Thank you. You had to work out. I can hear it already.
I gotta go.
We'll see you soon, guys.